Rabbi, you got a question? What's the question of the day?
This question, it seems really simple, but I don't know how simple it is. But I'll ask it, and let's see what you have to say about this.
Let's give it a shot.
Do I really need a matchmaker?
What a great question.
This is Matchmaker. Do
I really need a matchmaker?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the short answer is yes. But the long answer is, so what's the definition of a matchmaker?
Exactly.
You could be your own matchmaker, right? You could go out, you could find somebody, you could meet, you could connect. Boom, you meet somebody, you're like, oh, I met them on my own. No, you were your own matchmaker. You could be set up by a friend, a relative, a mentor, anybody in your community, and you had a matchmaker. Do you need to hire a matchmaker? Do you need to pay for a service of a matchmaker? Right? That's maybe like a nuance and a detail of the question. I think that gets to the root of it, but I think that we are all made by a matchmaker, somebody in this world and from above, right? From above, there's a matchmaker that's the ultimate matchmaker. And then we have our little helpers in this world who are our matchmakers. Sometimes it's ourselves and sometimes it's somebody else.
And I think it's also so important to remember that the matchmaker could be really anyone.
Right.
Like, just because you call yourself a matchmaker,
right,
it may mean that you're the matchmaker, but you not necessarily are the matchmaker. One of the things I like about being a matchmaker is that I feel that when we have a single that's kind of in the process, the ball is rolling. We have no idea where the ball is rolling to. But I mean, we know where it's rolling to, but we don't know who's going to be the one that's going to pick it up on the side. So, and that's why it's so important. It's something that you always say is that look around in your history, look around at your friends.
Right. I'm not going to start working for you and matchmaking you and you're like, oh, I'm off the hook. I got somebody doing the job for me. You're a matchmaker in the process too. But there's something else that we always talk about. So what's the definition of a matchmaker? And there's 3 parts to it that we identified. And I love this. I talk about the matchmaker in fact, the one that puts 2 people together, which is what I think this question's really about. The matchmaker in act, which is the mentor, the coach, the person working through the process. And then the matchmaker in tact, that holds the relationship together when we hit an eventual downfall, it doesn't work out, or we think it's not going to work out, and they lift us back up and help us navigate through something.
So the matchmaker is really 3 people. I like to kind of build on that definition, saying that there's an introducer, there's a mentor, and there's a fixer.
Right.
And one person could be all 3 of those, or it could be 3 separate people.
Right. So the thing is, do I really need a matchmaker? No, you need like 3.
Right, exactly.
At least 3. So I think that we pulled this together. Do you need to hire somebody? Maybe not. Do you need to do it professionally? Maybe not. Could a matchmaker be somebody on a dating website or an app or yourself? Definitely yes. Could it be somebody in your community? Could it be somebody you know? Yes. Do you have to go through a system and a model? No, but a matchmaker is the person bringing people together, helping them to navigate to the next step and to reach the ultimate goal of choosing your person.
And I think also, if you do hire a matchmaker, you need to ask that matchmaker, what do you do? Are you an introducer? Are you just going to get me the dates? Some people just want that. They just want someone, just bring me the guys, bring me the girls, just get me the dates.
And don't come to me for that, because I won't do that without the mentor.
Or do you, so I think you want to ask your matchmaker. Right. Matchmaker is too broad of a term.
Right.
We need to say, who are you and what are you specifically going to be doing for me? Are you going to be coaching me through the process? Do I need that coaching? You and I believe that yes.
It's integral in it's part and parcel to the whole thing.
Right.
You can't have the introducer without the mentor. If you don't have somebody guiding you, who are you counting on? And people do have people in their lives. They do have mentors. They have community members. They have siblings. They have parents. There are certain people that are their guide. But I think it's really important that we define who that is. And if you don't have somebody in your circles or you don't have the right somebody, then we need to actually bring somebody in who's a professional.
Right. And what's also great is if you do have those people in your life, how amazing would it be is to kind of put a title on them, like, oh, this friend of mine, that's my introducer.
Right.
Right. Or in the date that I was just set up on.
Yes.
Okay, I have, she's the introducer and that one is my mentor, and that one is my fixer. So now I know, or this person is all of them,
Yes.
but at least you have a framework to know I am setting myself up for a long-lasting and healthy relationship. I'm setting myself up for a situation that's going to be successful.
Yes. That's it. That's the system. And it works. And I think that the short answer to the question is yes, you need a matchmaker, and you need to define who is going to do what part of the process. And with each different match, you might use someone different, and you can pull people in or out depending on what that exact match needs.
Okay.
We're done?
I think that's a
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.